Well, my next guest thinks that the economic crisis should be allowed to run its course, and fiscal union in Europe is likely because the leaders won't allow the euro to fail. Vaclav Klaus is the president of the Czech Republic, and he joins me now from the Ambrosetti Forum in Italy. Thanks very much for joining us. If I may begin by asking you about the sovereign debt crisis. We've just had this accord between France and Germany on greater tax and fiscal integration. What do you think of that? Has it gone far enough?
Well, I think it's a big problem, and it's not just the problem of the Eurozone debt or the debt of some of the countries. I am absolutely sure that this is a much deeper crisis. What we see in the Eurozone is just the tip of the iceberg, and I'm afraid that really radical measures have to be taken.
What kind of measures, what kind of radical measures are you thinking of?
Well, cosmetic changes are not sufficient. To help one country or another is not a solution either. I think the European Union must change from inside, must change itself. The European Union must transform its economic and social system. The European Union must forget its soziale Marktwirtschaft, the very paternalistic and unproductive economic and social system, and the European Union has to change the way of integrating itself. So those are two main dimensions of the problem as I see it.
So you think that the European Union, to survive, should have more fiscal integration, should have a central fiscal policy?
Well, I am not in favor of moving from the European Monetary Union to the European Fiscal Union or to the European Political Union. And nevertheless, it seems to me that the European Monetary Union can't exist just for itself. Especially the European Monetary Union can't exist with 17 very heterogeneous countries as it is just now. So for me, the solution is to make the number of EU zone member countries smaller than it is now.
Which countries would you like to see leaving?
Well, this is not for a president of another EU country to suggest. I am sure the economists know which one of the country has such problems and which one has not.
The Czech Republic, when you look back, are you pleased that you joined the EU, or if you were doing it again, would you have opted out of the euro? Sorry, not the EU, the euro itself.
No. For us, there was, as a former communist country, there was no other way than to join the European Union, and definitely that's not the issue. The issue of the day, whether the European Union itself is functioning in a rational way. So
but what about the euro? Sorry to interrupt you. The euro itself, would you have been better to have stayed like the UK within the EU but outside the euro?
First, I would like to say that we are quite happy that we don't have the euro now. We are absolutely satisfied, and the support for our entry into the Eurozone in the Czech Republic is really very, very low. Practically no one suggests, neither the president nor the government, nor neither the economists of the country. So that's not the issue to join the Euro system now. Another issue is whether we should be somehow protected by having an opt-out from the EU membership, Eurozone membership, as it is in the case of, let's say, Great Britain and Denmark. I would be in favor of that. I must admit that my government is not totally on the same side as I am.
Do you see that the euro area surviving, even if it does survive with fewer members?
Well, I am here at the Ambrosetti Forum, and there was a small opinion poll organized for the participants of the forum, and there was an interesting question. Do you expect that in the 3 years' time from now, the Eurozone will be in the same structure as it is now, or will it change? 49% of the participants of the Ambrosetti Forum said no, which means it will be different. And I was among those who put the answer no.
Just if I could ask you one final question. The end of your second term comes in 2013. Have you any plans for what you might do next?
Everyone is asking, but I am not in a hurry to answer. Definitely I want to stay in the public sphere, however defined. It doesn't mean that I want to create to found another political party and to become again fighting in the elections. But nevertheless, I don't want just to be a retired person reading books and traveling abroad.
Vaclav Klaus, somehow I doubt that that's going to happen. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Thank you for sharing your insights with us today.